Then my first solo travel trip was I went to Thailand and Vietnam on my own. So I booked a one-way flight to Bangkok. For mate, Thailand's always been top of my bucket list. I remember making a TikTok on it years ago, like, this is what I want to experience in Thailand. It's always been on the top, and it was possibly the best trip that I've done. Like, it was amazing because I threw myself into my deep end. Obviously I can't speak Thai. Just get on a one-way flight from Gatwick to Bangkok and just see what happens. You know, stay in the hostels. Over there, like £4 a night, and they're so social. Everyone is solo travelling, and it's just an absolute great laugh. And the beer, Chang, is my favourite beer in the world. So I thought I will happily drink Chang all my life. It's absolutely amazing. So we started, I flew to Bangkok, had how many nights? 3 nights in Bangkok, and it's obviously completely different to anything I've experienced before. Lots of temples. The nightlife's really cool as well. So there's lots of streets like this that they try to get you into the bars. But as I say, the beer's so cheap. It's great vibes. Everyone's solo traveling. Everyone's sort of my age, and it's just dead easy to get on with people. And it's really cool, you know. Honestly, it's absolutely beautiful. I was there in November, so it was like high season, real good 30 degrees. So they have their summer like November, December and January. So the weather was absolutely amazing. Lots of temple. We saw the Grand Palace. You see lots of these kind of statues. And there's the lying down Buddha. I can't remember which one that was in one of these ones. Yeah, so we also saw the reclining Buddha. So that's one of the famous things around Bangkok. So from Bangkok I went to Chiang Mai. So I got a 10-hour coach up to Chiang Mai, and this is completely different. You know, it's a bit of a city, but also you can see by these images you're just in the middle of the jungle basically. Went to this is the Doi Ithion. Definitely pronounced that wrong. So went there for the day and met a French girl at the hostel, and we went there together, and that was beautiful. Didn't see the hot air balloons, but the stunning scenery was really, really there. You see so many of these rice fields, which is just unbelievable. Again, nothing I've experienced before, and it was absolutely amazing. Didn't see this. This is in Chiang Rai, which is the White Temple, so I didn't go to there, but I went to Chiang Mai, and then from Chiang Mai I got a 4-hour bus up to Pai, which Pai is my favourite place on earth. I am obsessed with Pai. We'll go back to the big talking screen while I talk about Pai. Pai is it's heaven. Honestly, people say you get stuck in the pie hole. You really do. So on the first time I was in Thailand, I was there for 6 nights, and you just hire mopeds. There was like a gang of 6 of us, and I'd just get on the back of the moped and we'd just disappear into the jungle. Like you can see from these photos, it's tiny. It's smaller than the village I live. It's absolutely tiny, with just like bars and hostels, and then you get on a moped, within 5 minutes you're in the countryside of just rice fields, and oh, it's just beautiful. And then within 10 minutes you're in the jungle. Like, it's amazing. You've got Pai Canyon where you get to see the sunsets. It's a bit of a BTEC Grand Canyon, but absolutely amazing. You've got this this waterfall that you slide down. What's it called? I'm gonna find it. So you've got this waterfall that you slide down. Thankfully when I went, but I've been there twice, it wasn't that busy. But you slide up where you can see my mouse cursor and just slide it down, which is pretty sick to be fair. And as I say, you just get on mopeds. You just disappear for the day. At the night they close up the shops, and they have a night market, and then you've got the bars. They've all got live music, and as I say, I was there for 6 nights. You turn into a bit of an alcoholic. You go to Supermoon for the karaoke on Thursdays, but it's just absolutely stunning. Mopeng Waterfall, that's what it's called. Absolutely amazing. So from Pai, I went back down to Chiang Mai and flew to Phuket. Did Phuket for a few days. Wasn't anything special the first time I was there. Wasn't that great. But you can see here, I then went to Khao Sok National Park, which looks like somewhere where they filmed Avatar. Like, you've got all these floating islands, and the views there were amazing. I only did just for the day, but you could have done an overnight tour there. But like, look at this. This is something from Avatar, something from King Kong. Again, that just does not seem real until you actually see it, and then you just just are amazed. You can stay in these floating bungalows. So there's a bar just where my mouse cursor is, just here. And then during the day we were like out kayaking, swimming, and there we go. You can see on this photo. So this middle bit, there's a bit of a bar there, and you get some drinks, you know. And again, everyone's solo traveling, so you're just meeting so many cool people. Went to so this was, by this time I was at Christmas, so I went to Koh Phangan. Had a big old party at this place, Retro Jungle. Not retro football shirts, that's something definitely different. In Koh Phangan. And this was like unlimited drinks for £8, and you just get drunk in the middle of, as it says, the jungle. And it was mad. This was Christmas Eve going into Christmas Day. I was partying with 2 Kiwis, and it was absolutely amazing. And I met that French girl again, who I met in Chiang Mai. And then we went to Koh Tao, which is, Tao is turtle in Thai. And then you can just see, yeah, buy some snorkeling gear. And look at this, buy some snorkeling gear and see some turtles. I think Joe Weller's done a video on this. This place is amazing. Like, look at the colour of that ocean. Absolutely beautiful. Stunning, stunning, stunning. So I was there for a few nights, and then I went back to Koh Phangan for the world famous full moon party, which is as mental as it looks. Basically, it's 30,000 people partying on a beach. You know, as the tide's coming in, you're getting closer to these bars. They're all trying to outplay each other's music, each of them being slightly louder. But basically, if you go to the toilet, you've lost your friends for the night, so just stick with everyone. But it was a great way to see in the New Year's. Absolutely amazing. You've got these fire parties, everyone's got the paint on them as well, and it was a real big party. And that was where the end of my Thailand trip, and then I got a flight to Vietnam. Started in Hanoi, which is north of Vietnam. So the visa back then, we were allowed 30 days. So I think I did like 27 or something. So I started in Hanoi, which was amazing. I've never seen so many mopeds in my life. It's literally, there's no zebra crossings. You just cross and hope that you're not going to get run over. Literally just go. Don't stutter. Just keep walking, and they won't run you over. If you stutter, that's when they're not sure what you're going to do. So, as I say, I've never seen so many in my life. We went to visit the world famous train street. So you can see all these are like little cafes, and then the train comes down here. They stopped doing that while I was there, so it was a bit of a tourist scam. There was a few little scams out there while I was in Vietnam, but if you get scammed, it's for about £1. It's nothing major, but they're like grabbing you, like, come to our cafe, and then you go there. When's the train? Oh, it's not coming. But they knew you were there for the train. So there's a few that you just sort of need to keep a bit of your wits about you. Saw this, the floating palace. That's definitely not the name, but it's just in the middle of this lake, which is really cool. And as you can see, at night it lights up. It looks sick. And then from Hanoi, I ventured down. This was another one of my favourite places, Tam Kok Ninh Binh. Oh my god, this place was absolutely beautiful. We're again at a hostel. They're more like homestays. So you stay with a Vietnamese family, and I had this kid teaching me Vietnamese. So I know Mot Hai Ba Bon Nam Sao, which is 1 to 6 in Vietnamese. Cam Loa means no fires. Cam On means thank you and shut up. I mean, just, it's the same word. Thank you and shut up. It's just like, I'm like, come on, like, I'm not telling you to shut up. Don't punch me, please. But I picked up quite a bit of Vietnamese while I was there. And this place, so I got this boat trip down here, which was just amazing. Again, this is actually where they did shoot King Kong around here. So you can see all these giant islands, and then you watch the film after, and you can really see where they got the inspiration and where they shot it. But as I say, I was in this hostel, and they just give you free push bikes. You just cycle around here, not a care in the world, put your AirPods in and just come home for dinner. Basically, it's absolutely stunning. Went to the Tam Kok caves as well, which was really cool. I think I was there a few times. Basically, you just go off on your merry way and just see where you end up, which was a real cool place to explore. From Hanoi at the top, I also did Sapa, which was absolutely amazing. So I stayed with a Vietnamese family just for the night, and then look at this. Like, this is not real. It does not look real at all. Just views and views and views. All little cornfields. No one has cars. Everyone's just on the little mopeds. All the kids are nice and friendly, just waving at you, and it's absolutely stunning. Like, beautiful trekking. You do bloody get through some steps, but oh, the views were just rice fields on rice fields and rice fields. So from Sapa I went to Halong Bay. Again, this was a tour that my hostel in Hanoi sorted, and this is a World Heritage Centre. It's world famous, absolutely amazing. Went swimming in Halong Bay, kayaking, and the views were just absolutely breathtaking. Just Vietnam in general, Thailand in general, it's just like nothing that anyone from England's really experienced before. It's just absolutely stunning. Another one of my favourite places, so this was right at the end, and by this time so I was in Hoi An, and my friend who I did North America with actually met me in Hoi An, so we did 2 weeks of travelling around Vietnam together. This was amazing. I'm sure most of you have seen this. It's been on Top Gear with the floating lanterns on the water. It's absolutely stunning. Paradise, paradise, paradise. A great hostel. I was in Bed Station, and I've met 6 people from Bed Station, again, like if they were Dutch or German, in their country. So I also, after this trip, went interrailing around Europe, where I did 9 countries. I'll talk about that in a minute, and again bumped into the same sort of people. But this is just amazing. You've also got the golden, what's it called? The Golden Hands Bridge, you know, where they hold it. I should know what it's called, but I didn't actually go there. But this was just absolutely breathtaking, absolutely amazing. And one of my favourite places in Vietnam was Munay. So my favourite thing, we did quad biking in this desert, which was just absolutely incredible. Had a really good party hostel there, the Backpackers or something like that. We were right on the ocean, and when I say I saw the best sunset of my life, I'm going to try play it on my phone. I don't know if this webcam will focus up, but I will try play it. But as I said, I saw the best sunset of my life in Munay, and oh my god, I've been travelling for a year and a half since. Nope, still not beat it. It was just absolutely breathtaking. So let's hope this focuses. I'm sorry, I know that's probably terrible quality. That is just unreal. The sunset, let me see if there's photos of it. Sunset was just unbelievable. I'm like, what is this? That just looks edited beyond belief. It's absolutely incredible. And as I say, quad biking in the desert, don't mind if I didgeridoo, absolutely stunning. And what a great place to end my Vietnam journey. Flew back to England for a few weeks, and then I actually met an American girl on Christmas Day in Thailand, and she paid for me to go see her in America, so I got a free flight to North Carolina. So again, I was back in America, and then by this time I'd sold my car here. I had a Mercedes, sold that, and then I went interrailing around Europe.